Welcome back to another awesome, super cool, popular Poggers episode of Northwest Trenches podcast. Week 16 of this podcast. Yet another
Yeah.
webcam edition. Hello.
Yep. And shout out to Chris from Mr. Beast, friend of the show. Thanks for keeping up viewership this long, 16 episodes. You're a real one, Chris, Mr. Beast.
There was such a jump there for some reason. I think my computer's having a dump. So it went from me like doing the intro to just shout out Chris from Mr. Beast. That's awesome.
Oh, dude. You know what I was thinking about today? I was at work. I was on the packing line. And, obviously you're aware of Weird Al Yankovic. I think everybody is at this point. Yeah. I know he's pretty niche, pretty niche guy, but...
Pretty niche. He's been around since 85.
Weird Al Yankovic.
Pretty niche.
They won't tell you why they call him Weird Al. But I have a sneaking suspicion I know, but I can't say. But I do know.
But no, I was thinking about him today for some reason, and it shot the joke shot through my head like a fucking sniper's bullet, just like.
What an analogy! What a great analogy!
In my head, I was like, Weird Al Yankovic. What about Weird Al Crankmadick? And all of his parodies involved jacking off or something. And I had another. Oh yeah,
we do
have the other thing.
We do have an important debate that was sprung up today. In fact, in the other chat, about the most perfect song.
Oh, that's like. Oh, that's a fucking stupid debate, in my opinion. Every debate.
I put in like the dot music and I just gave up immediately.
The GTA San Andreas theme song is the most perfect song you've ever heard.
I straight up was just like, man, I remember playing Radio Gaga and like driving in the hills, chasing after Cody and on Grand Theft Auto.
Oh yeah.
The classics.
Those were the fucking days, dude.
The classics. I should have put down the Battlefield 1 soundtrack I have downloaded and be like, any of this counts, too.
I mean, I just told him straight up, I was like, dude, fucking the entire Rust in Peace album by Megadeth. And, anybody who wants to argue that is objectively wrong because, while I don't like journalists, there's plenty of them in like music journalism where they say that Rust in Peace is the best metal album ever. It was the apex of heavy metal.
It's kind of like how Ocarina of Time is like the best game ever, but it's like 30 years old now, and they shouldn't compare it to anything ever again.
Yeah, and I agree with the sentiment that Rust in Peace is the best metal album ever made, and there's never going to be another metal album that is as good as it. Like that, it's the best. It's the best fucking album ever. Like I would marry that album and fuck it every single night. rough sex with that album every single night if I was legally allowed. Which in Japan, I'm pretty sure you can marry an album in Japan. They let that one guy marry fucking Hatsune Miku for Christ's sake.
He did marry like a digital person on his DS or something, and he put it in a bridal gown.
Yeah, it was Hatsune Miku. Well, there's a shit ton of Japanese guys that just be marrying inanimate objects, and it's like, dude, like, what are you doing?
I guess there was a thing in Japan called The Lost Generation, where it's just a bunch of weeaboos that stay at their house for, like, years without leaving.
Yeah, the Hikikomori.
Yeah.
That's what they call them.
It used to be Lost. It used to be Lost Generation. I think they dropped that name after a while.
Yeah, I mean, I know the Japanese name is Hikikomori, but I mean that could translate to that, or there's a double meaning to it. I just know that those guys, those fucking the lost generation, Hikikomori, whatever you want to call them, they got to be living the best life ever, dude.
They just
Like,
play
there's no
Genshin
way.
Impact and vegetate in their chair for like
Yeah,
16 hours a day or so.
yeah. Their day literally consists of wake up, get mom to make tendies,
Mm,
eat said tendies,
mm.
play Genshin, jack off, play Genshin, jack off, play Genshin, jack off, play Genshin, jack off,
Watch
watch
Asmongold.
anime. Yeah,
Watch
watch Asmongold
Asmongold.
with Japanese subtitles on, jack off, and then watch anime,
Hmm.
jack off, go to bed. That's
That is a very progressive lifestyle in some ways.
oh, it is.
Especially
That's
since a lot of people in America right now are like, I don't want to work more than 30 hours a week. Why do I have to work 45 or more? And
yeah.
that's a whole debate article on its own that a lot
One
of
one
people get mad about over here.
one thing I think is crazy about the evolution of like the American like workers' rights movement is how it started out as like, like tough guys who are like in the fucking mines all day getting black lung. They end their shift. They're like, honey, I'm home. Oh, that's blood. And then they die. So they wanted that to not happen. So it was these burly guys, and they were basically like, if you don't fucking treat us right, I'm going to kick your fucking ass. And now you have like the where it is now. That's
Mm,
how it started. Where it
mm.
is now is you have like somebody who's like spends more than 1 hour a day on Twitter. They have like they're thinking about like, oh man, what part of my body do I want to get pierced next? Instead of like, Jesus, my life's going down the
That
tubes.
that is
They're worried
true
about
though. There's
yeah,
so many more like self-centered situations that people go through instead of I need to take
yeah,
care of myself and my family in the
yeah.
future. It's
It's like
crazy.
I'm 400 pounds. I work at Starbucks and bitch about it, and I only work 12 hours a week. But the working out, losing weight, eating better,
Yeah, yeah, fuck that. No one
count me
cares.
out.
Fuck
I'd
that
much rather
shit.
I'd much rather bitch on Twitter about why McDonald's needs to fucking unionize or something
Yeah, yeah.
retarded like that.
McDonald's needs to make it so that 30 people work at a time and they all get paid $20 an hour.
Yeah, they're
That's
getting
the
paid.
only way it's progressive.
Yeah, they're getting paid like a college, like a bachelor degree earners like fucking wage for working at McDonald's, and it's like, dude, just get a better fucking job, maybe. Like, I like, and people want to come at me because I argue
Mm,
about this online like all the fucking time,
mm.
and I just call people lazy, and most of the time I'm just messing with them, trying to get a reaction out of people.
Yeah.
But no, like I can't get why people are like, oh, I need to make more money while I work fucking 15 hours a week.
Yeah, that
Like,
doesn't really make sense. I will
yeah,
use a vague example. I will not say where I heard it from, in case whoever is listening gets a little pivy about it. But there was a situation where the person was in a call with a bunch of his coworkers,
yeah.
and one of his coworkers went, "Well, I need time off to walk my dog."
The fuck?
Yeah,
This
that
happened
was
in
a
real
real
life.
thing. I need to walk my dog around and take care of my dog, and I need like 2 hours off to do so.
Needing to unionize fucking McDonald's or I don't know why I thought of this unionizing great clips.
We need more money per haircut, even though we charge you $20 a haircut.
Yeah. You get tips too.
Yeah, you get like 10 to 50% at some spots.
But
It's okay. I'll cut it out in case somehow
mm-mm.
she finds this.
No. Dude, I'm a tried and true born and fucking raised shit starter.
Mm,
I will die on this hill.
mm.
I will this is my hamburger hill, dude. I'm gonna get a Medal of Honor for defending my point.
Speaking of Medal of Honor, there hasn't been a game in that franchise in like 10 years.
Yeah, the last game, Medal of Honor game I think they did was Medal of Honor Warfighter, I want to say.
Yeah. That was
Yeah, I
like
played that game.
2014, man. It's been so
Nah,
long.
it was 2013. I swear to God, it was 2013.
Whew.
But
Can you imagine if they did that to Ghost Recon? They just had like a 10-year gap until
yeah, that'd be
Wildlands came
fucked.
out.
That'd be super fucked.
Yeah.
I'm honestly waiting for Medal of Honor to like them to come out with another game. I feel like it's been long enough, like of the death of the franchise, that
Mm.
they could just be like, we're gonna release a Medal of Honor game and see how it does.
Yeah,
And if
yeah.
this
It's
one,
gonna be like Skate 4. They're just gonna drop it and see what
yeah,
happens.
yeah, pretty much.
I really hope Skate
Excuse me.
4 is good, by the way. That game, Skate
Are
3,
they
was so
actually?
good.
Did they actually come out with Skate 4?
They're working on it.
Oh shit.
The most recent comparison is Session, which is a Unity game, I think,
Hmm.
and it's pretty well put together. But back to Medal of Honor. It used to
Hmm.
be like Call of Duty, Battlefield, Medal of Honor for like
Oh
3
yeah, you're right.
years, and then they just cut off Medal of Honor. It's like the
Yeah.
weirdest situation when it comes to that franchise.
There is some fucking video I watched about why Medal of Honor died and what the whole process was, and quite frankly, I remember no details of that video.
Mm.
I just know Medal of Honor Warfighter, it didn't sell well, and they had like weird marketing, I guess, with that game too. Like they had like no, well, actually, okay,
Mm.
this is a tidbit about Medal of Honor Warfighter. Medal of Honor Warfighter had like as promotional shit, they made their own camouflage pattern and like
Huh.
I'm maybe I'm going crazy. Maybe I'm thinking about something else, but I'm pretty sure because it was called Project Honor Camo.
That sounds
And
awesome. That
I
sounds
mean the
great.
camo pattern is like I don't know. I've never tried it. I've never bought it, but uh that like it's like just weird shit like that. Like a normal video game person, I don't video game person.
Gamer.
Great
A
fucking term.
normal
Yeah,
gamer.
you're average gamer. But no, the average gamer is not gonna buy a fucking military uniform. I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, like, does that sound crazy?
Yeah.
I don't think it does.
It sounds fine. I mean, a lot of gamers, they just stay at their house most days. They don't
Yeah.
really dress up in military unless they are previously or currently in the military.
Yeah.
So,
Or they play airsoft. They're
or
airsofters.
they're ROTC crazy people, because
or they're
there's some of those.
or they're trying to or they're trying to commit stolen valor.
Mm.
Which listen, legally speaking, I am a veteran. I have a DD-214.
Hmm.
Didn't make it out of boot camp, but you know, it really ticks me off when
Hmm.
people go out in public and try and pretend like they're in the military. When I'm a veteran, I'm legally a veteran. You know, I
You want to
served
know
my
a fun
country.
fact?
Ulterior. I served my country for like 4 fucking weeks or something, dude.
Mm.
Okay, that's more than like 90% of people.
That is
okay?
kind of true. A lot of people would rather stay away from military enrollment and stuff.
Yeah, so when I see stolen valor, it grinds my gears harder than anything in my entire life, and I would never.
grinds
my
gears?
I would never. I would never ever fucking commit stolen valor ever, because I am legally a veteran.
Mm.
So yeah.
You want to know a fun fact?
yeah. Yeah, I love fun
Jeff
facts.
Ramsey from Rooster Teeth is also a veteran.
Really?
Yeah.
What branch did he serve?
He was a military photographer for I
really?
think the Navy.
No shit. That's
Yeah.
actually pretty badass.
It was for like a year and a half, and then he just went back to his house. But
Really? Did
yeah,
he go
all he did was
AWOL?
take photos, and then he went back home, and that was it.
Yeah, dude, I bet he just got fed up because there's some officer that's like, "Yeah, we need pictures of the battleship," and he's like, "All right, what do you want? What do you want in the picture? How do you want it taken?" He's like,
Do you
"I don't
want
know,
some
just get the
soldiers
fucking-"
there, or
Yeah. Do you want like sailors or anything?
do you
I
do
don't
you
know,
want a
just-
lady
just-
in a stereotypical nurse outfit? Like, what do you want?
Yeah. and obviously the fucking officer is gonna be like, I don't know, just fucking take pictures of the boat. So he'll take 90 pictures of the fucking boat, and then he'll send them to like Navy fucking picture people for review, and the officer will come back and be like, yeah, all this shit's fucking garbage. Actually, all this shit's fucking gay and it's garbage. And he's like, well, it's the Navy. It's supposed to be gay, but like I don't think they're like bad. No, it's garbage. Do it again. I guarantee you that was
I
his
know
last
there's
straw.
a lot of like I don't know what the right word is. It's been a while since I've thought about it, but there's a lot of like I want to say trials or something more like substantial than that, but I can't figure out the word for military stuff where the higher
Court
ups are.
martial.
I just mean like they're always like harder on you to get stuff done and everything.
Yeah.
And I think it's a mix of tough love and like, hey, you need to have intensity in what you're doing or you're gonna like fall flat, you know?
And the whole rule of thumb, shit flows downstream too. So like, you know, the guy at the top's pissed. Now this guy's pissed. Now the staff sergeants are pissed. Now the sergeants are pissed. Now the corporals are pissed. And now the lower enlisted have to deal with it. Now all of them are fucking pissed. That's from what I gather. That's basically how it goes in the military. From like people I've talked to.
I don't know, Shane. Maybe as a name for your new band interest, if that ever comes about, is War Veterans with a Z, like back in the 90s.
That would be funny if a Chicago rap group came out, because they call it Chirac and stuff like that because of all the gun violence. They're like, yeah, we the war veterans.
With a big ass Z at the end.
Yeah, almost dropped a soft A at the end of that, just like out of principle.
Calm down.
Thank God.
Calm down.
Thank God. I've never said the N-word. Nobody has ever heard me say the N-word.
But Donald, we have you on recording on the phone saying the N-word.
I guess he was in trial again recently.
Oh, he's always in trial. Yeah. Dude, well, I saw this fucking. Maybe I talked about this in a past episode. I don't quite remember, but there was a news article that I saw about Donald Trump, and apparently, dude is ripping mad ass in the courtroom. That's what I heard.
He's tooting along, getting pissed. Trump, that's awesome.
Just when I thought Trump couldn't get more based, he starts scent-mogging the fucking judge and jury. Like, that is so like, that's an alpha male fucking move right there.
Just stinking up the courtroom.
Yeah, dude, he's straight up scent-mogging all. I feel like he, like, takes his fart medication. He's like,
maybe if I rip ass enough in this courtroom, they'll throw the case away, which they should have done to begin with.
I like how after every day of the trial, there's cameras there for CNN or whatever. And he's just like, the same quality audio and everything every time. This is not my favorite. I did not like being in court this long. And that's all he says for like 5 minutes.
Is a fucking bitch and I hate her. I hope she dies.
She has a bias, but she won't say it.
Bader Ginsburg.
No, there's that guy. We definitely talked about the guy who lit himself on fire.
Yeah.
Like, that was a real Texas-style protest right there.
It's understandable in a way for why he did it, though.
No, it's not. There's never a justifiable reason to light yourself on fucking fire in front of a bunch of people.
I guess not, but I'm saying, like, he was trying to, not as, like, the word is not expose, but he was trying to, like, exclaim his side of how he feels about conflicts and such, which I kind of understand.
Did he light himself on fire for Palestine, or, like, because Trump's like, in trouble? What was the reason?
It was not Trump related. It was a Palestine thing, I believe.
Yeah, because I had zero inclination of why he did that, and I just assumed it was either A, Palestine, or B, this guy, like, hates Trump so much that he just wants to light himself on fire, which I honestly respect. If that was the case, I don't even think I could hate somebody that much to light my own body on fire, you know?
Yeah, I just think it's been an interesting series of events this week when it comes to the protests over in literally every college campus, it seems like.
Yeah. Aren't they like forming gangs and like fighting each other, the Jews and the Muslims or something?
Well, the main issue that I kept seeing is that the side that's more justified is being represented for like a week straight. And then
Mhm.
recently, the side that should be more villainized has leaked into the campuses.
Which side is the villainized one?
I
Because
believe the one
is it the
that
Jews or the Muzzies?
whatever the Hamas situation is, I believe is
Oh
the
yeah, yeah,
bad side of
the
it.
pro-Palestine people.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that was a whole transition, and that's mostly why police came into being involved, is because they didn't know if there was going to be like a terrorism attack with all these believers of the
yeah.
villainized side.
Well, yeah, and the FBI came out and because there, did you hear about that like huge shooting that killed like 150 fucking people in Russia that was done by Islamic extremists?
I
Did you
think I
hear
heard
about that?
about it. Yeah, maybe a
That
little.
after that happened, the FBI was like, "Oh, we're anticipating something like this happening on U.S. soil," which that gets my conspiracy bell a
Yeah.
ringing, and I'm like, "Oh, so they're basically telling us that they're going to orchestrate a false flag terrorist attack." Um, but no,
Which
one of those
also makes sense
protests.
why they like ramped up the expression for the police to get involved and stuff.
Hmm.
Is because
Yeah, no,
we have unknown threats in unknown spots
yeah,
that
well,
could
yeah,
be
and I mean,
activated at any time.
yeah, I mean, like if the FBI says something like that, like excuse me, every like law enforcement entity under them is going to take that seriously, whether they want to agree with it or not. Basically,
Yeah. If you can't hear
that's
me
my
that well,
position.
there's a lot of rain going on outside. Uh,
Oh, nice! It's raining here too,
oh shit, are we both
dude.
in
It's raining!
Seattle?
Oh my
Are
god,
we in Seattle
dude!
together? We need to meet up.
Wait a minute. So it's raining. Is that like a nature reference?
In a
Is that
way, I
a
mean,
is
in a
Yeah, in a
way.
way, is that a nature reference by chance? That's
Uh,
crazy.
I guess the most brain rot thing that has occurred as of recent is people commenting something like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you did this," and then the reply is, "Bro literally said, 'Oh my god, I can't believe you did this.'" That's the brain dead reply. Is just doing that. So, I guess now whenever you comment on my videos, I'm gonna have to go, "Bro said," and then quote whatever you typed in to
Dude,
make a
that's so
joke.
funny. That's really good, dude. I need to start doing that on the fucking community page for Wadsworth, Ohio
Mm.
that I'm in.
You should be like, "Bro, Wadsworth really be like."
Yeah, no, they'll be like motherfucker. They'll post on that page, and this is, I assume, like uniform across every community page. But there'll always be some dumb fuck, and they're like, um. Is there anywhere to eat around town? We're new around here. So I can just respond. I can be like, bro, literally said. And then just copy paste what they fucking put.
And then the other one is like, it's something to do with audio. So it's like somebody talking really fast, like Eminem
Yeah.
in the fast part of his rap.
Yeah.
And then
He's all like,
people yeah, yeah, and people copy and paste that section of lyrics, and then have all the speaking and fire emojis after it.
oh yeah, I've
That's
seen
the
that.
other brain rot response that I
I do that
really
sometimes.
can't understand how that's popular, but it is. I just know there's been a lot of talk about everybody needing, like, I don't know, like 3 weeks off from internet culture just to like readjust their brain or something. It
Well,
was an
the
article
problem.
that I saw, and I was
No,
like,
no.
what?
That article is full of shit because I'm gonna come back to the internet in 3 weeks, and
Yeah.
there's gonna be like new terms, new memes people are using,
Yeah, and we're gonna
and
be like
I'm
three
not.
weeks into Fish Tank, and
Yeah,
you're gonna be like, "What the
I'm.
hell? I can't
Yeah,
even
like
watch this."
yeah, like I don't fucking know, dude. I forgot what I was gonna say. That's fucked.
I just
I
like saying brain rot as a word too. It's pretty popular.
I said brain rot, I think, to my grandmother recently. Just like talking. I wasn't even talking about anything stupid like skibbity toilet or anything.
Mm.
But or no, it was my like 60-something-year-old coworker,
Mm.
and I forget what we were talking about, but oh yeah, we were talking about music, and I was like, yeah, most of the shit kids listen to nowadays is fucking just like brain rot. That's what I.
I I know I haven't addressed it yet, but I see a bearded dragon staring around back there.
Oh yeah, he's a special guest. He's pretty cool. What do you have to say? Not
Oh,
much, I
he even
guess.
jumped up to it. That was cute.
Yeah. He likes spurging out in there all the time. It's not even my fucking bearded dragon, it's my
Mm.
sister's. I just have he's basically a roommate. Like
I'm waiting for 1 week. You're like, oh, I can't make it, and then you have bearded dragon cam the entire pod.
yeah, I set up the mic on a stand in front of him and I take the thing and I just put the headphones in his fucking cage. And it's what do you call it? A tank?
Yeah,
The
it'd be a
lizard tank?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just fucking thread the wire of my headphones into the tank so he can hear you. Honestly, it'd probably be a pretty good interview. He's got a
Yeah.
lot of opinions on Obama, which seems like strange to me.
I
'cause he
get
was
to
president
see all
like
the
over
loose
10
skin.
years ago.
I get to see all the loose skin
Yeah.
he has. That'd be
He has a
something.
lot of that shit, dude.
He sheds a lot, is what I've learned about bearded dragons. They shed like every 2 months or something, right?
Yeah, something like that. I usually notice it on his nose whenever
Mm.
he starts. He gets like
It's
some
kind of
dry
like
nose.
it's kind of like me and my dog. She has eye boogers that like droop down here on her face.
Oh, ew! I hate that.
And she's not like the little white dogs that literally can't clean it. But
Yeah, yeah.
but I still go out of my way to like get my thumb next to where it is and then scrape it off very gently.
Yeah. I would do that to my cat. My one cat, Milo, he gets eye boogies and stuff, and I'm like, no, dude, we're not doing that whole eye booger thing. So I'd have to like hold him down. I didn't feel good about this, but I had to like hold him down like a prisoner that's acting up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'd have to like wipe his eye boogers, and he would just be pissed off at me the rest of the day. It's like, dude, you look like shit. You want to look like shit. I understand you don't have a concept of what you look like when you look in the mirror, but god damn it, I can't have my cat looking like shit when other people come over. Because then I look like shit just
Yeah.
by extension.
Yeah, that's how I feel about my hair half the time. It's like, fuck, you know, I have to fix this as much as possible, and then it looks like this. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I fucking hate my hair so much. I need to get it cut, but there's some times where I'm just like, it's not doing what I want it to, and I'm like, dude, I should just shave my fucking head at this rate. Like, fucking who cares?
I
Fuck
need
it.
to get into that Joker from Full Metal Jacket motif.
Yeah. Right. Um I was thinking about this today,
Mm.
and what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to make an account on Truth Social, Trump's version of Twitter basically.
Are you going to be a reply guy on Trump tweets? You're just going to keep typing towards him every tweet and a half?
I mean, yeah, that was kind of the idea, but at the same time I had another idea. Find like a thread talking about like Trump's flatulence in the courtroom that I talked about earlier.
Yeah.
I wanted to find a thread discussing that and then just like start replying to people like, God, I wish I was in that courtroom huffing his fucking farts and just
It's
like
the
saying really
most
gay
vile
stuff.
thing.
Yeah, just saying like really gay, like graphic gay sex shit to people on there and just seeing how they react. Because it would be negative. I already know they'd be really pissed. But if I get accused of being gay, I'm going to like, I'm gonna walk it back and be like, I'm not gay. You're fucking gay, actually, because you're obsessed with another man. His name's Donald Trump. So who's really the gay one here? But yeah,
I can't believe
I was thinking
that,
about doing
honestly.
that. I think it
that's
would be really
pretty
funny.
good. You
Dude,
could
I think
also
it'd be
be
so funny.
you could also be Cigarette Tony and do video replies every time. and be
Oh
like,
yeah, dude.
and be like, yeah, Trump's my favorite. I love him so much. I don't fucking know anybody else but Trump in my life. Orange
Yeah,
man or
dude.
bust.
I can make a rant of like an old like late 2000s, early 2010s like YouTube rant style video about like get this. You know what? Wait, that's already a thing. That's fucking Cinemassacre. You know what's fucking stupid? You know what all these fucking stupid idiots are on about? Trump's farts. He would never fart.
You know
Never.
what's the
And you can't
issue
prove
about
that he is.
It's like overly edited. There's like JPEGs that last for 1 millisecond.
There's always jump cuts between every breath.
Yeah.
Like I go like, get this, but that's just a jump cut.
Yeah,
Like,
right as you
they're
sniff,
constant.
it goes into like a picture of Bernie for no reason, and then you start a new sentence and it goes back to Trump.
What would be great is starting off that rant video as like something coherent and understandable, and slowly through editing and just my own mania, just deconstructing everything I'm saying
It turns
completely
into that.
just like skit.
It turns into that banana
Schizo-babble.
bread guy. Fucking
Yeah.
banana bread! Hell yeah! You just start doing that for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, I would be a hit on Truth Social if I don't get banned, which I don't really care whether I do or not. I don't have a lot of personal capital invested into Truth Social. However, actually, I want to look up what the stock for Truth Social's at.
While you're doing that, I do want to bring up a new topic that
Yeah,
I find
go ahead.
interesting. Apparently, literally like 80% of the top earners on Twitch.television, or Tuvalu, as we now know. It's literally Tuvalu is how you get the TV part. Apparently, 80% of them have ADHD, which I thought was
Wait, what the
interesting.
fuck? Really?
Yeah.
That's fucked.
And what's funny is that they have little tags, so you know. But I think it's also a ploy for people who actually have ADHD to watch them more. You know, like
Yeah.
the tag is more like maybe it's more community like driven. Like, hey, we support ADHD peoples and all such things. You know.
We
But
support.
yeah, but the
ADHD.
way the tags are set up, it makes you think the streamer has ADHD too, which I thought was interesting. Like Hassan, for instance, apparently has ADHD.
I fucking hate that guy. I want to kill him in Minecraft.
What the hell? Are you
What?
starting beef of Hassan on True Social?
I can. I actually, yeah, I might.
You're gonna do a Sam Hyde and just get mad at him on a platform he doesn't use?
Yeah. Well, Sam Hyde's not the only guy that hates Hassan Piker. There's me too. So I have to make my hate original. I also just want to say at its height, Truth Social had like a $96 stock rate.
Ooh, my goodness.
It is now down to it just updated in real time. We're at 48.67.
Ooh.
Down from 48.68, dude. This is crazy. Welcome to the Donald Trump Stock Market Podcast, everybody. Today we're going to be monitoring the Trump Media and Technology Group Corp. Fucking.
Is this
stock
Fox
price
Business?
in real
Do I
time.
need to edit in the Fox Business overlay? And
Yeah.
crop
Put
it?
a live Tucker reaction border around me.
I just
Holy
think
shit.
it'd be funny to have the Fox Business ticker. And it just has like stuff from like 2007 on it, because I find like the oldest edition I can get. It
Should I
still has
invest?
a bunch of separate stocks and everything.
Should I invest in fucking? Oh, dude, it's up. It just went up to 48.77, dude.
Dude,
Oh my god,
we're
this
on
is
the
huge. This is huge. Chat, this is huge, chat.
We need to sit here for 16 hours and watch this
God,
ticker
dude.
go up by 2%.
Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God, dude. It's
The
up
drama.
0.18%.
The drama is insane on this episode.
Holy shit, dude. It's up 0.082% now. That's less than it was before, but it's still saying it's up. Dude, it just went up to 48.79. Dude, this is chat.
Maybe that's
Chat.
maybe
This is
that's why there's
crazy.
the ADHD tag, because you have to look at chat every 5 seconds to get validation for what you're doing. Maybe that's why
Yeah.
they use the ADHD tag, is to excuse them looking at chat all the time.
Yeah, XQC watching a video he didn't make when literally anything happens be like chat. That's how XQC talk. Dude, I'm throwing so much shade this
I
episode.
know, this is crazy.
Should call this episode
wild.
the Shade Throwers, dude. We're throwing hella shade out here.
I just know, I guess it depends on the streamer too, how reliant they are on chat and everything. Like, I
Yeah.
understand the point of having a community, but every, 5 minutes should not just be, oh, yeah, let me talk to chat and stare off into
Yeah.
distance. It should be
I mean-
cohesive, instead of
unless you
spaced
have
out.
unless you have dono chats that you have to read, that's one thing. But just constantly being oh, I'm 5 minutes into a moist. No, I'm fucking 2 minutes into a moist critical video. Let's see what chat has to say about. Just watch the video,
Yeah,
make your
yeah.
opinion.
Like
do the whole thing.
Asmongold watches an hour-long video. 5 minutes in, he goes, "Oh!" Pauses video. Chat. Did you know Amber Heard said this and this and this and this? Isn't that crazy? And then he
Did you know?
puts the video back on.
Yeah. He's like, oh wait, I have a fucking tarantula crawling on me or something like that. Whatever. Isn't there a clip of him? He has a spider crawling on him or something.
I remember.
And he just doesn't care. He's unfazed.
I remember. There's so many videos of people exploring that guy's house and just seeing piles and piles of trash everywhere.
Dude.
And they're like,
That
how
is
are
such
you
a-
living, dude? And he's like, I live.
Yeah,
That's about it.
apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah,
been
that's such a
around.
fucked way to live your life. That's
Yeah.
so. I don't know. So I guess it works for him, but I just know if I lived in that kind of clutter, and it was done by me,
The
I would be
craziest
like,
part
"Damn,
is that
dude,
he's in
this
the
is
attic
fucked."
of his house to stream. So
'Cause that's
he
the
gets,
last room.
Yeah, he gets
That's the last
heat.
habitable room.
He gets heat on top of all the trash, and he just ignores the smells in
Oh,
there
ew.
completely.
Yeah, heat rises, so
Yeah.
smells are gonna rise with. Dude, that's fucking nasty. I didn't think about that.
I know he probably
Just-
has a blind nose to it because he's used to it. It's been
Mm-hmm.
15, 20 years of being in that attic. But my goodness.
Never leaving ever.
Well, he leaves
Also.
once every week at least.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
That's what they
he
say.
goes
That's a
to get
conspiracy.
Wendy's and then he comes back to his house and stares at WoW for another 16
son.
hours. He kind of
Some
took the
fucking
Japanese route on living, which is impressive.
Calling that the Japanese route fucking rule. A fucking rule.
Apologies if anybody listening actually has a life like such.
Ah, fuck that. They'll live. They'll live.
Yeah, it's
Boo-hoo.
okay. We're not
Oh,
making
no.
complete jokes about it. It's more like, hey, that relates to what we were talking about earlier. Is all that.
Well, that's the
would
thing.
be.
It's just a fucking joke. Anybody
Yeah.
who's pissed off at it has too much time on their hands, I think. I don't know. I guess I can show off my AK in this. Am I allowed to do that?
I'm alright without it, buddy. I know
Why?
last week you were shimmering around that machete a bit. I was watching.
Hey, it was a
back.
K-bar knife. It was a K-bar knife. I have a machete.
Okay. Just don't mess around with it too much.
Why? What'll happen?
I feel like YouTube is sensitive about these things, if I remember right.
Yeah, babe. No, they don't care about machetes. They care about guns. They don't like
Mm.
guns.
And they
being,
also don't like it
mishandled
when
or
you have
something.
curse words in your titles. Is what
Yeah,
a lot
no,
of
they hate
people have
that.
figured out.
YouTube is just like communist China at this point, I think. I fucking hate YouTube.
Uh,
Am I wrong though? Like it kind of fucking is.
in
Like
in
if you
some ways,
I don't
yeah.
know.
In some ways.
Actually, I have an airsoft AK. I can show that off.
As long as you're saying it's airsoft.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it's airsoft.
there's this guy in New York. His name is Jay Schlatt,
Yeah,
and
I know who
he
that
moved
is.
down
I
to
think everybody
Texas
knows who that is.
recently, and he has, well, not recently, but like past 3 years, and he has a BB gun that he sawed the tip off of. And for a while, it was
Oh
a
yeah.
joke of him putting the pistol up in the face cam and then putting it back down.
That's
Like
funny as
threatening people and then putting it away. Uh, Also, a long time ago, he used to smash a keyboard as a reaction. Like every 6
yeah.
reactions, just shattering keyboards. You see the keys fly.
Didn't he have a stockpile? Like
Yeah.
a stockpile of
Yeah, he was
keyboards,
getting
so
frustrated. And then turns out the Misfits guy that he got all that money to buy all the keyboards from was a gross person, so he stopped being with the Misfits. That's
Really?
a whole thing.
Was he like a pedophile?
I actually did hear it was something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh damn, dude. How'd I know? How'd I know?
I'm saying
How'd I know?
something like that. So technically, it's not a true fact. So we're fine.
Okay.
We're fine.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
There.
Allegedly.
Legally, we're fine now.
Yeah.
Nobody can do anything.
It-
to
it's
us
kind
as
of
long as we
like,
say allegedly.
It's kind of like when Leafy used to attack people for 15 minutes straight and then put it up on the front. It's satire. It's all jokes. It's like, what? Just
I don't know,
straight
low-key, I'm
bullying for 15
I'm
minutes.
kind of guilty as charged for doing shit like that.
Mm.
I don't know. I mean, I mess with people online like pretty fucking hard, and sometimes I've said some pretty terrible things messing with people just to get a reaction out of them.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say it here,
Mm.
but
I do know when I still have never messaged Trash Fart on Xbox.
I have. I messaged him, I think, twice or something like
Mm.
that.
Where you like,
I
man,
can
you
probably
suck
look.
at games a couple times.
Yeah. You fucking suck. I hope your son's still eating dog food or whatever the fuck you're feeding him. Or baby food? What was it? Baby food or dog? It was baby food.
I still
hope
like the 360 message from a different guy where he's like, by the way, you're gay.
Oh yeah. He's like, I'll be able to do things with my fucking guitar hands that you'll never be able to achieve. So yeah, you're gay, and then he plays the worst rendition of Enter Sandman anybody has ever fucking heard.
Mostly because it's a 360 headset. It's like the worst microphone in the history of
Yeah.
the universe. And he uses
Well,
it.
yeah, especially to fucking record music. Like,
I remember I used to prank people in Black Ops 2 and try to like scream as much as I could and act like I was going Super Saiyan. I literally would like break my microphone screaming for like 12 minutes straight.
yeah, one time when I was 12, I was playing the OG Modern Warfare 3.
Mm.
And or I was like 11 or I don't know. It doesn't really matter how old I was. What matters is I was playing MW3 and I was on the map Terminal, and I was playing like Domination or some shit. And there are these like 2 fucking ankle biters in the lobby, and I had watched a video of people trolling fucking kids in the same way I did.
Yeah.
So I their bit. And for my own entertainment, this kid, he had to be like 7 or 8 years old, and I was like, yeah, you sound too young to be, because I had gone through puberty at this point, so I mean, I had a bit of a deep voice, but I was like, yeah, you sound a little young to be playing this game. How old are you? And the dumbass told me his fucking age. I don't know why he would do that, but I was like, yeah, I'm with Microsoft's like standard.
My granddad is Bill Gates. I'm here to
Yeah.
expose you.
I said some shit that I worked for Microsoft and I go into games and I, make sure kids aren't playing rated M games because legally they're not allowed to. Which is not true, but so I had this kid going and I was like, yeah, your account can be banned. And he's like, oh my God, it's my dad's account. He'll kill me. And I was like, well, it's too late. I'm going to have to ban you. And then I was like, listen, I'll strike a deal with you. Put your dad on the phone or put your dad on the headset. So this kid, he got his dad. He put his dad on the headset, and I gave him the whole spiel. Hey, I'm with Microsoft. We're trying to make sure kids aren't playing inappropriate games, and how his account could get banned, all that shit. And he goes, oh yeah, I'll kick him off the game. I'm gonna whoop his ass right now. And then left the game. Didn't hear from this kid ever again. So I can only assume that I got some kid to get his fucking ass beat like halfway across the country while playing Call of Duty. That was like one of my best fucking with people online moments.
I know another thing I used to do was get on Fortnite game chats and just like
dude, Fortnite was the best for that
and
shit.
Just like scream into the microphone as loud as I could and just piss off the people that were playing with me. And one time this kid like started crying a little and I felt bad, right? And
dude, that's yes.
And his dad came on the mic and he was like, you can't do that, son. Quit yelling at my kid. And I was like, I was extremely frightened, and I was just like, okay, and I just left the game. I just disappeared.
The moment the parents get on the mic, that's when you have to like double, triple, quadruple down on what you're doing, because then now the parents are pissed off, the kid's pissed off and upset. Now it becomes a family ordeal, and it's all because I'm an asshole, and I'm just sitting in my fucking room bored, and I'm like, well, I guess I can mog some people on game chat or something.
I used to troll people on Terraria, of all things.
No shit. How'd you do
I would
that?
join like leaderboards, like leaderboard gamer tags. I would join their worlds, and then I would steal shit from their chests and leave.
Dude, that's so fucking rad.
That was like 2015, but I did it so many times. I was just like, oh shit, this guy got some gold on him, and I yoinked as quickly as I could.
Dude, there is this YouTuber that did COD trolling videos. This is the guy. This is the guy that inspired me to mess with people online for as much as I do.
Was it Merc Music?
No, it was not Merc Music. It was this fucking guy. He had a smaller channel. He was called ZX612. And all of his videos are fucking deleted now, which sucks because he had some really funny videos. But he would get on there and he'd just start messing with people. He'd like, and this was like before trolling videos were like super well established.
Yeah.
But he would just go in and he would say some of the craziest fucking shit. Like he would accuse women of being little boys, and then he'd like double, triple, quadruple, quintuple down, and just like get these people so fucking pissed. And I wish somebody archived his videos or that they're like unlisted and I just can't watch them because I fucking missed that guy's videos. He was hilarious. No, but that was the guy that I was like, dude, Call of Duty trolling, this is the funniest shit ever.
I remember Merc Music in like 2014, 15, maybe even 16. All he would do is run around maps and knife people. And then he would hear so many kids going, "Ow!" and start freaking out. And he was like, "Yeah, fuck you, kid." And he just kept knifing the same kid.
Yeah, he would do it in Gun Game on Black Ops. I completely
he would keep
forgot about those
people,
videos.
and he kept getting people to get pissed off.
I remember I watched one of his videos of him doing that, and the same day I was like, "Dog, I know what I'm doing the rest of the day."
I guess now
that's what I did.
I guess now Merc Music has fallen off hard. None of
bet
the
he
people
has.
he collaborated with collaborate with him now. And
Damn.
all his videos get like 80,000 views maximum. And he has like 2
That's-
million subs, so it's like, what happened? You
Oh
know?
yeah, 80 grand for 2 million subs. That's kind of fucked.
Yeah.
But well, when you initially said 80,000 viewers, I was like, dude, I would kill for that kind of
Yeah,
viewership on this
but
fucking
at
show.
the same
Like,
time, like 2 million.
when you have when you have
Ugh.
2 million subscribers, it kind of like sets the stage a
Yeah.
little differently, I guess.
Like his prime is very much past him at this point.
Oh yeah.
And
Well,
outside,
and there's other people.
yeah.
Go
What's
ahead,
up?
go ahead.
No, you got it. What's up?
There's other people nowadays. I feel like that do trolling videos a lot better. There's this guy I watch, Good Griefs, and he does VR trolling. He plays this game called Poker Stars VR, and it's like it's the closest thing to like fucking with people in real life I think you can get without without
Have
getting
you
punched
seen
in the face or
the
something.
guy that chases little kids around on VR Among Us and screams at them?
That guy rules.
That
That
guy's
guy is
the
so
other
fucking
highlight
awesome.
of modern day trolling, dude.
Yeah, dude, that
It's
guy
so
fucking
good.
rules.
Literally, the kid's like, I like Fortnite. He's literally like 4. I like Fortnite, like
Yeah.
Among Us. And then the guy's like, you're the imposter! Get away from me!
There is one video. Well, it was he does streaming, so all of his videos are like clips from streams. There is one where it was like a kid and his mom. They were both playing Among Us VR, and he convinced the mom to vote out her own child. He was like pissed and screaming and shit.
For a little bit,
Like, it's so funny.
Fortnite had an Among Us mode. And it was like, find the killer, or something like that. Essentially, Fortnite is just a little bit older people for a Roblox audience. Like, it's the same game, basically, now. But they used to have an Among Us copy, and this guy would troll so hard, he would go, yeah, I think it's Neptune 4 over here. I don't like Neptune 4. And it's literally like a 3-year-old playing Fortnite. Just
Dude,
screaming his head off.
I would kill to grief kids in fucking Among Us. I would kill for a lot of things. That's the viewership of this pod and trolling kids on VR Among Us are pretty much both of them.
Speaking of griefing, apparently 2013 or so, me did not like the Minecraft server I was on. So I destroyed some random dude's build and got banned from a server. I literally would like break
Excuse
random
me.
blocks and then fly off because it was uncreative.
Dude, I've messing with people online is so fucking fun. Like, I mess with people in real life sometimes, but not to the extent that I fuck with people online. Like, there is I was at a party at our buddy Cody's house, and after the party the next morning, I was pretty fucking hungover, and I ran out of Zin. So I was like, damn, I need some Zins. So I leave, I go to the gas station, I'm buying Zins, and there's this little like manlet, like autistic fucking manlet, and you can tell he cares about his job too much. Like he was like, I'm gonna need to see your ID. And I was like, all right, whatever. He was like
I
serious.
need all your details, or you're not getting yours in.
Yeah. He wanted to eventually work up to
I want
be
your
like
social
the Sheets.
security.
Yeah, I want your social security on top of your ID and, your credit card number
and also
and
I
your
want
birth
the
certificate.
I want the funny digits on the back of your credit card, if you don't mind.
So he gives me the Zins, and our other friend Ben, he's there, and he was like right next to me, and I'm getting the Zins, and I'm like talking to Ben, and real quick I just look over at the guy. I'm like, hey, what's your favorite type of cigarette? he's like, I don't smoke cigarettes, and I was like, but do you have a favorite brand? And he was like, no. And I was like, okay, and I left. I was like that's what you get.
In Fallout logic, you should have been like, should have said Camel Blues, and then pull out your revolver.
Yeah, I should have just told him what my favorite cigarette brand was, and then just started talking about different cigarette brands.
Just
while
like
people,
completely make him like baffled about the
yeah,
conversation.
yeah, try and force him into a conversation he doesn't want to have, while I have people like behind me starting a line. Now fuck that guy at Sheets. If you're watching this, which I know he is, he's a friend of the show.
Oh shit.
Fuck you, dude.
Oh shit.
Fuck you. I'm just kidding.
It'd be very interesting if he actually was watching the show, and then he's like,
Dude, that would.
"Okay, I mean Camel Blues. I mean Camel Blues. Stop bullying me." That'd be very funny.
Yeah, he's fucking just like, motherfucker.
Marlboro Lights, you son of a bitch.
You fucking cunt. You fucking piece of shit. How dare you? How dare you trash me on your podcast?
Dude,
actually,
dude, the way you just did that reminded me of the guy that's like furiously tapping his keyboard and playing the game. It literally looked like that. You need to get like a coat of sweat on your forehead to match it up better.
I'll turn my fan off. We'll see if I can break a sweat in here.
We're
going for Wilt Chamberlain numbers right here with some of these bits.
I know. I mean, Wilt Chamberlain, well-known ladies' master, for lack of better words. Dude had like 500 significant others before he died, which is insane.
Yo, dude, did you hear that Wilt Chamberlain has like 9 girlfriends, dude? Yeah, dude, that's... No, none of they're all just with him for his money, but they really like having sex with me. So like...
The issue is Wilt Chamberlain's been dead for like a decade. At least a decade.
Do you think
he died in the 90s. I can't remember.
Do you think his girlfriends are like fucking pissed that he
all
can't
500 of them
spend money on? Yeah, all 500 of them. the Wilt Chamberlain remembrance movement, and it's 500 like nasty bitches that fucked him.
It's
got a bunch of his
It's
money.
all 10,000 of his great grandchildren in a stadium together, just screaming in pure like rage. Oh, that's awesome.
Well, Wilt Chamberlain was putting up Wilt Chamberlain numbers for the amount of girlfriends he had.
He had so many. It's insane. It's either 500 or 250. I can't remember the exact number, but either way, it was an extreme amount of people that he was canoodling with.
It blows my mind how he keeps count after 100. Because that's where I would fucking lose count. I would forget.
This was episode 16 of Northwest Trenches. This was Shane and Ronnie with another awesome episode. See you guys next week.
Damn straight.